Hello guys, I uh, I harap you all dalam keadaan sehat because of this pandemic. First of all, I tak pakai topeng tau, because I seorang je dalam kereta. And then seorang je dalam kereta, so pintu semua tutup, window semua tutup, should be okay lah ha. Alright. Okay, hari ni I nak buat video of comparison, perbandingan di antara this new Iris 1.6 Executive dengan my old my old 2009 Persona. Video dia a bit shaky lah. Alright. Well, some of you guys might say it's not a fair comparison sebab both car came from a different segment, which yang ni segment B, hatchback, and Persona 2009 is segment C. Okay, so I saja nak buat comparison because I got these two cars kan. So this car I just got this today is 6 hari already, 6 days. This is my 6 days driving this car. Well, it's still awal for me to so-called to give a conclusion. I tak bagi conclusion sebenarnya. I dah drive this car before. So if you guys in the same page as me, wonder if you ada kereta 480 before this and how it feels, you jump into CVT. Okay, I think it's a little bit fair for me to do the comparison between this car dengan 2009 Persona. Because why? Because both are powered by the same engine, S4PH Campro, which 2009 punya Persona is Campro called IAFM. That's the technology for that lah. IAFM kan, Campro banyak jenis. And then this is the new technology in Campro punya family, VVT, Campro VVT. So yang ni Campro VVT lah, the latest one lah. Right. On the engine wise, I tak boleh bagi feedback banyak sangat about the engine. I feel sama aja. It's just the other one, dia punya ni lambat sikit dah lah. Dia punya power kurang sikit because 2009 still standard engine. Okay, that's for that. And horsepower, this one produce 109 horsepower, and 2009 punya produce 110 horsepower. Lebih sikit je, lebih satu je. And then maximum torque, this is 150 and 150 maximum torque. And that one 2009 is, oh, rapid pun kena tow ke? Okay. Yalah, kereta apa pun boleh breakdown juga kan. Dia apa lagi jalan-jalan non-stopnya. By the way, okay, back to All Persona. Dia punya horsepower 147. Dia punya maximum torque 14748 if I'm not mistaken lah. It's around that. So dia kurang sikit. So senang kita nak faham, dia punya ni horsepower dia ni kurang sikit, kurang satu mata, satu point. And then horsepower dia lebih 2 daripada yang sebelum ni. Alright. And then obvious sangat yang dekat kereta ni, bila you drive from that car, you jump into this car, apa yang paling obvious is that dia punya the habit, the driving punya ni, because of these two car run by a different gearbox, CVT dengan 480. How I feel, apa I punya feel drive this new car, compare that 2009 punya Persona. Okay, we talk about the driving comfort. Some of you guys might disagree with me. I'm okay with that. Some might be with me. It's okay, that is why kan I do this video. The driving comfort wise, I prefer my Persona. Dia ada 2009 Persona. Dia punya body roll I tak membuang sangat. But in this car, the seat is not the best looking seat in the market. Rupa taklah cantik sangat seat dia. But I'm telling you guys, if you sit here, you might say this is one of you punya best experience 4K punya seat. It's semi bucket. Semi bucket. Siapa biasa duduk dekat Wak Segan, Wak Segan biasalah buat macam ni. Yang semi bucket punya seat. Wak Segan tahu lah, Wak Segan, Volkswagen. Dia punya seat memang best weh. Dia punya belakang, dia punya peluk ni, dia punya semi bucket ni, sandar dia ni memang best. I punya, by the way, I punya height ni tinggi ni. I punya height is 174, berat 174 kilo. And this is just nice. My size, untuk size saya ni memang best. Tapi kalau you besar, bigger than me, it's still okay, because sekarang ni I still ada gap sikit. Bila I sandar ada ruang kok, ada gap sikit. Tapi I'm telling you, man, the seat is good. And dia punya sandar, and then dia punya seat tempat duduk ni, dia punya cushion, oh, memang best. Tebal, best, selesa. And dia punya thigh support tu panjang. Well, one thing about this car yang I consider, one of the reason why I consider ambil this car, it's because of the seat. Seat dia punya thigh support panjang. And before this I did drive, because price I compare dengan price yang lebih kurang sana lah, sama lah. I try my V, I did try my V. I compare this with my V. I did compare this with Beza and Azia. The seat for long run, this guy memang best. Dia punya thigh support, dia tak kedekut lah. Dia tak kedekut untuk size. Dia tak kedekut untuk size. Size dia memang best. Untuk thigh support ni memang selesa. Okay. The all Persona pun sama juga, tapi yalah, dia segmen apa? Dia C segmen, kira so called kereta besar lah kan. Segmen C ni, segmen C kat ni. So dia punya seat okay, cuma sekarang ni dah kereta lama, so cushion dia mati a bit lah, cushion yang tu. Tapi it's a very good car. I apa kata, I don't care what other people say. Persona ni gini-gini. For long drive, I'm telling you guys, for long drive, compare that and this and my V, I dare to say that you gonna pick Persona. I mean the 2009 punya Persona, bukan yang the current one. The current one same segment as this, same feeling as this also. Memang selesa, sebab dia punya sitting position dia rendah, dia more relax lah. Because that one, you see, yang ni tak ada armrest, And some car, they do have armrest. I think that armrest for the sake of just letak armrest saja, so that ada how to say, corner best, dia ada, as long ada simpan barang kan. Tapi when you sit and you punya arm punya position memang tak kena, memang tak tune. Even some of Continental car, not to say lah, maybe I punya size seat I dengan and position armrest tu tak tepat kot kan. So even some, dia punya armrest dia kinda ke bawah sikit. See? And Persona no, Persona just nice. Just nice for a lazy driver lah. Lazy driver. I said lazy driver ni yang drive suka letak tangan dekat armrest lah. Well, you should do that on a long drive sometimes untuk kau relax, so you taklah letih sangat kan. That one pun contribute to a road hazard. So ada masa you chill, renggangkan tangan, so you do lah. And that is why I prefer that one lah. Compare them. This one tak ada. Tapi tak ada pun, everything I dare to say everything boleh dapat je semua aftermarket. Ori tak ori, letak belakang kan. Rupa memang sama, rupa cantik. Armrest ada, apa nak apa lagi. Semua ujung jari je. Lazada and Shopee, it's a best friend. Semua ada kat situ. Alright, so itu untuk yang tu. And then what else? This car, I like the look interior dia. Meter dia damn nice weh. This meter I suka ni. Dia simple tau. Dia simple tapi everything dia nampak. Dia, you tak confuse. You tak ada yang ni apa, how to say dia tak confusekan si driver. Even though if you are a new driver. So everything memang simple je tapi memang cantik. Pandai dia buat. Pandai dia ni. Ni selling point dia jugalah ni. Kan? Dia taklah canggih mana, digital mana kan. Tapi semua ada. I took this executive punya version sebab dia ada color. Dia punya monitor dia ada color screen dia. Kalau otherwise, kalau you go for standard, dia ada black and white lah. Okay juga. And then prefer tu memang nak ambil premium. X50 ke depan. X50 ni memang cun lah ni. Flagship kan. Hitam, two-tone hitam, red and black. Nice. Alright. No doubt, I don't want to talk about handling on this car so much. Memang okay. Again, compare with sedan, this one the body roll a bit saja you feel dia a bit shaky sedikit. Tapi kalau compare this with its rival, this one more stable. Sebab kenapa Persona 2009 it's stable than this one? Sebab dia rendah, dia besar, dia panjang. So dia more stable lah. And this car sebab ni standard lagi, tak ada apa-apa, tayar pun gini. So dia ada sedikit. Tapi you don't worry, you still dekat track, you still in your punya lorong. Don't worry, dia tak lari punya, unless you release the steering lah. Okay, Proton memang dia well known for this handling. Because of that guys, I think that is why dia punya setting on suspension a little bit keras. Macam sport car, dia keras sikit ni. Dia how to say, dia kuda sikit, sedikit. Ini my feedback, don't get me wrong. I compare this with 2009 punya Persona. Okay, this a bit, maybe I feel this a bit kuda, keras, because of I punya Persona dah lama dah, tapi suspension dah tukar dah pernah tukar dah. So even though standard, dia still lembut daripada yang ni. And by the way guys, the weight of this car dengan Persona, this weight for this it's 100, almost the same. Both it's almost the same on paper lah. Dia kurang daripada 1 tan 200. Kurang. Yang this one, if I'm not mistaken, 117 or 70 kilo, and Persona 1190. So dua-dua bawah 1200 kilo, 1 tan lebih. And then it's quite surprised me, sebab ni kereta hatchback tau, besi kat belakang pun tak ada. At least kalau sedan dia berat, yang tu pun main peranan sebab dia ada boot kan. Dia punya frame lagi panjang, sedikit panjang. And then tambah itu ini mestilah banyak different dia kan. And kenapa yang ni berat? Berat dia lebih kurang sama dengan 2009. I call it old man lah, otai. Sebab dia still running fit, even though 2009 punya production tak pernah overhaul lagi, top overhaul apa semua tak ada lagi, still standard. Then I did some research. It's because of found out this car berat. That is why this car one of the I tak cakap yang ni yang paling lah salah satu kereta yang paling selamat, because they use Proton, use a HPF punya technology on the cage. That is why ni kuat. That's why kereta ni kuat, tahan. So because of that, dia use banyak dia tak pakai biasa punya metal. So dia ada tambahan lah, metal keras. Jadi dia berat. That is one of the reason why dia punya contribute to the weight lah. And with that, dengan berat macam ni, and it's powered by 1.6, parking tepi jalan ni kan, just nice lah. Berat dia dengan horsepower dia gini, just nice. It's just nice for this car. What else? In this car, dia punya view memang best. I compare this dengan dia punya, kalau compare this with Myvi, cermin depan dia ni besar, tepi ni besar. View dia, the visibility dalam kereta ni memang good. The view memang good lah. It surprised me the first time I drove this car. Before I beli ni, I try. And one thing, if you guys, well, you see the small triangle punya cermin kat depan ni tak? Dekat side mirror. Dulu I condemn juga benda ni. Apa pasal tak buat je terus kan? Straight macam cermin, design cermin kereta biasa kan? Kenapa pula nak buat ada tingkap kecil macam ni? Kalau macam Hilux dulu 2.8 punya Hilux, dia ada cermin tu, cermin kecil tu, yang tepi tu memang ada dulu. Cermin tu boleh buka tau. Dia macam lori, dia boleh buka. So kalau ada angin, yang tu dia macam flap lah. Dia macam flap cermin kita macam ni kan. So cermin macam ni kan. So you buka macam ni, flap, bila angin ke sini, dia terus masuk lah ke dalam kereta kan. Kalau yang dulu punya. So I ingat ni designer ni dia overexcited ataupun apa, dia ni imagination dia ni tinggi sangat, tapi buat-buat tak ada function. Kononnya lah. Bila I masuk dalam, baru I tahu that one, kenapa dia buat cermin, kenapa dia tak tutup dia terus kan. That one, it helps a lot way. Especially kalau you ambil bend, ambil banyak corner yang siapa kerja ataupun ulang alik pergi Batu Feringgi, from town Batu Feringgi, you use Batu Feringgi punya road, punya jalan dengan balik pulau, then you know what I'm talking about. And this thing, it helps a lot. So, and yes, visibility dalam kereta ni memang I think this car, dia punya view visibility dalam kereta ni, in dia punya segment, this car can beat kereta yang even more exclusive than Proton. I'm telling you, more expensive than this. Sebab dia punya view ni, it's good man. View dia memang best. Other than that, cermin dia punya side mirror kiri kanan besar, okay. Cermin pandang belakang, you can see at the back clearly, memang cun, tak ada yang position yang awkward punya position, semua nampak elok, memang cun. Side mirror yang ni okay. Kalau I compare this side mirror dengan I punya 2009 Persona, they call it Persona Gen 2 sebab dia sama, dia punya side mirror tu a bit how to say, shape dia a bit bujur lah. Dia tak macam elegan punya, then okay, yang tu okay. That one I hate that side mirror so much. Bukan pasal dia punya rupa dia nampak aerodynamic, yes. Tapi dia punya view man, view dia memang tak best. Kecil, nampak kecil. Kan ke hujung dia dah kecil lah compare dengan this one. And this one bagus. This one cantik sebab dia punya the position of the side mirror, sebab dia dekat pintu kan. So it contribute to that clear view also lah. Okay. Now we talk about the driving experience. Driving experience ni I refer to dia punya gearbox punya karakter lah. My honest feedback on this, sebab I don't really drive CVT punya kereta. I did drive before, tapi taklah as much as I punya kereta, because that car I drive almost, nak cakap tiap hari tipu pula kan, off day duduk rumah je tak keluar, so almost every day lah. Right, I think I prefer 480 so much compare than this. I prefer 480 compare than this car, because this CVT, if you drive CVT, kalau you get used with CVT, maybe you no big deal lah, biasa lah tu bro kan. Kalau macam I ni yang baru masuk ke sini, then I understand what is the rubber band effect, yang they call rubber band effect tu. Dia ada delay, dia tak immediate, dia tak immediate kick macam 480. Maybe I tak blame 100% on this, on CVT. Maybe I tak berapa pandai lagi dengan dia punya throttle, dia punya trick. Macam mana you nak, sama ada you let the car move first, then only you start to accelerate, ataupun you start accelerate. Because if I start accelerate macam kereta biasa, macam 480, dia ada jerk, tak kuat. Tapi you will notice from 480 you come in here, you will notice there is something wrong. And something wrong tu bukan yang dia rosak lah apa, dia punya karakter tu, dia lain. You will notice that obviously, for sure. And this is what I experience lah, drive yang ni. Recently I drove the new Vios tu, and I think all the character sama lah. I feel the same dekat Vios tu juga. Cuma yang ni yang Vios tu, dia punya effect rubber band, dia punya delay tu taklah banyak sangat. Yang ni 1-2 second. 1 second tak, 2 second tu lama sangat dah. Nah, I dah tekan lagi. 1-2 second punya, less than 2 second punya delay. And on Vios yang I try, sebab kereta orang, maybe I pun takut-takut kan, sebab kereta tu I punya friend baru beli je, so I try lah. Dia still ada that delay. I mean, it doesn't matter what delay, seminit, sesaat ke, 30 second, less than sesaat ke. From 480 to this, to CVT, dia ada delay. So Ini I punya experience lah. Again, bukan kereta, bukan CVT punya karakter like that. Maybe it's just me, sebab I tak biasa kan. So that's why I nak share I punya experience with you guys. Any comment, drop a comment. So bolehlah tunjuk aja aku Sifu kan. Okay, what else? Man, I don't know why this seat dia ni yang memang attract me so much. Other than everything, kereta ni quiet lah. Again, this car is quiet. This car dia punya NVH tu, vibration and noise ni best. Bagus. Puas hati for its dia punya its class I think this one bagus. What else? I didn't take premium sebab I tak nak bayar. I like premium, so I didn't take premium sebab bayar bulanan tinggi kan. So bila tengok 1.6 executive dengan 1.6 premium, dia punya performance sama. Cuma what is the difference is the cosmetic wise, semi leather seat, and then steering button control for audio, leather wrap, and this car tak ada. Okay, tapi I memang prefer fabric. The only thing I tak suka fabric ni satu je, I tak suka. Tapi I tengok this fabric seat jenis yang bagus, dia tak berbulu. I tak suka yang berbulu sebab I allergic dengan dust. So yang my Persona 2009 Persona, dia memang takak dust lah. So itu yang tak bestnya yang tu. Other than that, I memang selesa. Ini sejuk, dia ikut weather, suhu dalam kereta. Dia tak macam leather. Kalau panas dia panas sangat, kalau sejuk pula sejuk sangat pula. Especially kalau macam seat yang macam ni, the aircon tembak kat sini. Kalau leather, kena tangan kat sini memang sejuk lah kan. So that's why I prefer fabric. Fabric lagi satu, kalau sometimes you drive aggressive, especially like me siapa yang pergi ke tempat yang I mention tadi tu, you know lah jalan dia macam mana. And that is the right jalan for you to try car, to test car, bukan drag race. Unless you buy that car untuk as a hobby car, weekends, you punya hobby as a weekend car. You know what I mean? Nak racing, nak drag, nak whatsoever. If it for daily drive, that is the right road for you. Dekat situlah tempat yang paling best for you to try how good, how reliable, how comfortable you are. Sebab semua ada. Bukit ada. You nak yang ekstrim, taklah nak cakap ekstrim, ya ada bukit tinggi ada. What else? Dia punya bend, dia punya corner tak payah cakap lah. Dekat situ you akan tahu the character of that car. Dia boleh tackle tak this obstacle semua, halangan-halangan ni semua. So this car, talk about that, this car no problem at all. Tak ada masalah. Cun. So this car it's good. What else apa lagi? Okay, I dah drove this car on highway, for high speed, long run, compare than 480, for sure this CVT is the best. You tak, sometimes kan, kalau yang 480 tu you tukar lagi kan, sebab dia nak tunggu dia punya RPM tu naik ke certain RPM, then change gear. This one tak ada sesak nafas you ikut bunyi gear dah, tak adanya. Yang ni memang just go, it goes, when it goes it's push, just go. Cuma yang tak bestnya yang ni, from standstill and start nak gerak, dekat situ yang I feel awkward dia ada awkward punya feeling kan. Dia ada, that is where all the delay lah, what you call it, rubber band effect lah. Dekat situ you feel it. But once this car jalan, it goes very smooth. Tapi I didn't find out pun yang ni, some people say this car, dia punya gearbox sound mengerang kuat. I mean, the harshness of the gearbox sound kuat. To me, as a regular person, a regular driver, no issue. Okay. On average speed 120, 130. Okay, tak bising. Taklah. Until I don't know lah. Sebab some car yang test drive car punya lain. Sebab dia orang nama pun test car punya, test car. So orang drive memang push to the limit kan. So that is why it's effect also lah for that car. Dia kena force kan, selalu kena force. So that's why bunyi dia kuat kot. Sebab ni kereta sendiri kan, kilometer baru 300 lebih. So okay, tak bising. Tak bising. Signal. So simpang signal bang. Aish. Okay, itulah masalahnya. Signal ni tak tahu kena create, designer in future kena create. Dia tak payah dah pakai finger dia. Even though paling dekat pun tak payah dah macam tu. Dia kena sebut kiri, left, right kan. Malas sangat nak masuk simpang tak ada ni. That's why jangan dekat rapat sangat. Kalau you dekat Penang ni, legend lah tu. Itu simpang dia, time tu dandan tu agak pusing kan. You langgar, you salah. So sini kita orang, nama bapak kita orang sini sama. Nama bapak kita orang Jalan. So jalan ni Wah yang punya, bapak Wah yang punya. That's why lah suka hati kita kat sini kan. So guys, don't hard feeling lah. Siapa kat Penang dia tahulah kan. Jangan, ni joke je, tapi hakikat dia itulah. Okay. And I memang suka Penang pun. I memang suka Penang. Tapi itulah, I think I suka Penang ni pasal apa? Pasal nama bapak kita orang sama, Jalan. Nama bapak kita orang Jalan. That's why Jalan ni bapak Wah yang punya. Masuk simpang nak pergi mana, suka hati. Sebab ni jalan bapak I yang punya kan. Okay guys, well, mungkin some of you guys might think it's too early for you to do to give a feedback on this car. Sebab this car you drive pun tak sampai seminggu kan, this and that kan. So I rasa parking kat sana kan. Then we'll see after first service then, and how is the feedback lepas service nanti. Alright guys, biasa reverse tak pakai monitor ni. Ada pun monitor nak tengok ada orang kat belakang je. You reverse still pakai side mirror. Lagi selamat kan. Klasik. Apa nama? Alright guys, itu sahaja for now. During this pandemic, so I harap semua orang stay safe. Kalau keluar tu pakailah mask. Parking kat mana? Parking kat sana. Pakailah mask kan. So kalau drive, kalau in a car where you bawa passenger tu, pakailah mask. You pakai mask, passenger pun pakai mask, unless that is your family member. Okay? Unless semua tu you punya family member, then adalah pengecualian kat situ. Sebab you guys duduk satu rumah. And kalau you tak duduk satu rumah, pakai topeng. Ni kes dah duduk meningkat dah ni. Anyway, sudahlah membebel yang tu. We'll see you guys in future. After this, we'll do another review, and then stay safe. Bye bye.